Como você imagina um amante dos animais? Quando você pensa em uma pessoa que luta pelos direitos dos animais, o que é que vem na sua cabeça?
Ai, gente, o que é isso? Tá tudo bem?
Tá.
O que deu em você?
É um bicho.
Ele não tá incomodando ninguém. Sai daqui, seu vacilora!
Quando você pensa em um ativista pelos animais, você imagina isso?
Não gosto de tanto. Para com isso.
Se você pensa assim, então você precisa conhecer o Nick Cooney e entender melhor como pensa um ativista respeitado internacionalmente. Ele esteve aqui no Brasil em nome da ONG norte-americana Mercy for Animals e veio até aqui em casa para bater um bate-papo comigo. Então hoje eu tenho aqui ao meu lado o Nick Cooney, que é vice-presidente da ONG americana Mercy for Animals, e ele também é fundador da The Human League, cofundador da Good Food Institute e cofundador também da New Crop Capital. Nick também escreveu 3 livros, o Change of Heart, Veganomics e How to be Great at Doing Good. E por tudo isso ele é considerado um dos maiores influenciadores e ativistas do mundo. So Nick, tell me, how to be great at doing good?
First, I would say, for any of the sinners out there who are into doing helpful work for animals, I would definitely check out Mercy for Animals. There's a lot of great ways to get involved here in Brazil. But in general, I would say the best answer to that question is, if you want to make the world a better place, if you want to make people happier, reduce suffering in the world, then try to think about not just what does some good, but how you can do the most good. With each dollar you donate, with each hour of your time that you spend volunteering, different programs and different causes can either do a whole lot of good or a moderate amount of good. So if you want to be great at doing good, try to choose those programs and activities and places to donate that do the maximum amount of good, that reduce the most suffering, that help the greatest number of individuals.
And some people think that it's too hard going vegan. Which tips would you give to those people to make it easier?
Well, the first thing I would say is that it doesn't have to be an all or nothing proposition. So if you are against the cruelty to animals that we all know goes on factory farms, you can start by just cutting out or cutting back on some of the products that cause the most and the worst suffering, like chicken and eggs and fish. And you could start slow, start with 1 or 2 meals a day or a few meals a week, and then try to gradually increase from there. You know, none of us are perfect. None of us go from most of us don't go from 0 to vegan overnight. So if that's something you want to move in the direction of, then great. Start where you can, start cutting out, start cutting back, and just keep moving forward, and eventually you'll get there.
And which kind of actions do you think a regular person, not a vegan or an activist like us, can do to stop animal suffering and with maximum effectiveness?
Yeah. So certainly just cutting back or cutting out on the number of animal products that we eat, especially products like chicken, eggs, and fish that cause the most and the worst suffering. That's one thing that every one of us can do. You know, we sit down to eat 3, some of us 4 times a day, and every time we sit down to eat, we're making a choice about whether we want to support a more compassionate world or whether we want to support and pay for cruelty to animals. So just cutting back or moving to cut out those products is one great thing that every one of us can do without changing our lives at all. You know, same friends, same hobbies, same job, same lifestyle, just slightly more compassionate meals. Beyond that, you definitely could follow an organization like Mercy for Animals on Facebook, on Instagram, and share some of the content with your family, with your friends, so that they too can see the reality of factory farming, how animals are treated, so they can see some of the great delicious recipes that we share, some of the free resources that we share to help people move towards vegan eating. And then of course just be a voice with your family and friends. So when food comes up in conversation, you can share what you know about how animals are treated and about how eating plant-based, whether it's all the time or just sometimes, is healthy, is fun, and is delicious. Those are really simple things that anybody can work into their daily life without making any significant changes at all. And individually and together, they make a really big difference on the lives of so many animals.
And they need to know this. We have so many good food. And Nick, we Brazilians, we have so many unique cultural traits. like the way we touch each other, we hug each other every time. Did you notice some funny one or different one?
Yeah, when I first got here, you know, people were trying to hug and kiss me so much, I got a little bit scared. I didn't know what was going on. No, but on a serious note, I would say the two things that have stood out the most. One is the tiny little cafezinos that you have to have after lunch. I don't totally get the point of having that small amount of coffee, but okay. And probably the funniest of all was maybe the second night I was here, third night I was here, was with a bunch of friends, Mercy for Animals colleagues, and we were sitting down to a pizza dinner, and the pizza was served, and then everyone took out a knife and fork and started using that on the pizza, which in the US, no one ever does. I've never seen anyone do it, I've never heard of anyone doing it, and it's, to me, very funny to look at. You know, we just pick it up in our hand and shove the pizza in our mouth, and that's it. So I would say those have been the couple of things that have stuck out the most. But on the positive side, let me also say just how warm and friendly and positive people are here. That is a really welcome change from the United States, where some people are that way, but a lot of people are not that way.
So Nick, do you have any last message for our sinners?
I just say thanks very much for watching this really great show with this really great host. And for all of you who do want to try to make a difference for animals, I would definitely encourage you to follow Mercy for Animals on Facebook and Instagram. We have a lot of great volunteer opportunities and also a lot of great resources online to help you move towards vegan eating if you're interested in doing that at escuelaveg.com.br. So yeah, thanks so much for having me on today. It's been a lot of fun.
I have just one last gift for you. It's a shirt of my show.
Ah, very nice. Thank you.
Hope you use it.
I will indeed.
So Nick, thank you. It was really nice to have you here. I want to say thank you for your time, and I hope you come back soon.
I definitely will. Thanks for all you're doing.
Can I hug you?
Please.
Ah, não, eu não acredito que você ainda não está inscrito aqui no canal. Aproveita que ainda dá tempo, se inscreve agora. Falei tempo. Vou fazer isso de novo. Ah, não, eu não acredito que você